Welcome back to Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It Homestead. If you saw my video I posted the other day of the big garden haul, it was kind of taken at night, so it was a little bit darker. These are all the string beans that I picked, and I just wanted to discuss. I do have some new gardeners that are following me. In case you don't know, when you pick string beans, you just pop the ends off. Whether you buy them, grow them, just break the ends off. And then as far as picking is concerned, you can pick them, I guess, at whatever size you prefer. For me, I think this is a great string bean. It also would go by your jar, which is going to be my second topic. You can't really water bath green beans, string beans, unless you were to turn them into like a dilly bean, which is like vinegar, equal parts water, some red pepper flakes, and it would be for like 5 minutes, and you can water bath your string beans. So the pot was full. I am down to some sugar snap peas left to still haul to go through, but I just did an enormous amount of string beans and just wanted to hop on and let maybe the new people, or maybe someone that didn't know, when you're picking your green beans, I wouldn't pick them super tiny. Pop the ends off on each side. See, there's one that I didn't take off yet. You just pinch the ends off, and yeah, you can turn your jar sideways to fit your beans in. You can also cut them. But you cannot water bath string beans unless you have more acidity. String beans would have to go into a pressure canner. So, oops, I'm dropping beans everywhere. So, probably an odd video, quick video on my haul of string beans from out of the garden, and then what you can do with them. You can either maybe blanch some and like for 2 minutes, blanch it, put it in an ice water bath, and then you can put them in Ziploc baggies if you like and put them in your freezer. But if you're trying to preserve some of your beans, you need a pressure canner. If you want to preserve, you have to make dilly beans, which has acidity in it from the vinegar. So just maybe like a quick tidbit video. I don't know what you want to call this. Like I said, all different sizes. Just break the ends off. These were thoroughly washed 3 times. And you can cut this bean, obviously, in half. Depending on the jar that you want to use. You can lay the jar and put the beans in sideways. But just remember, you would have to turn these into dilly beans if you want to water bath can them, because string beans do not have enough acidity. So the recipe for that, depending on how many beans you have, just as a quick example, would be 1 cup vinegar to 1 cup water, and pickling salt or kosher salt with red pepper flakes, chili flakes, and that turns it into a dilly bean. Some people put garlic as well inside, the brine, and then you would pour it over the string beans, water bath can it for 5 minutes, and yeah, and that may be what I'm going to do this year. I might do a few, because I'm staying somewhere else, so this is odd and different, trying to preserve at someone else's house, but I'm determined. I'll let you know how that works out. I'm going to try to see how many jars I have here that are empty, and clean them. So maybe I can get a couple jars of dilly beans, and the rest I may just blanch and put them in a Ziploc baggie, because my refrigerator and freezer is here. So I am still preserving my food for the future, just in someone else's house. So just a quick video on what dilly beans are, that recipe, and how you cannot just water bath these beans in a jar because there's not enough acid. And you can cut your beans, snap them on the ends, make sure they're thoroughly washed, And yeah, I got a great big amount. I think when I used Jean's scale earlier, this came out to 7 pounds of string beans. So there you have it. I hope that little quick tidbit of information about you would need a pressure canner. You have to make them dilly beans if you want to water bath can them. How to get your beans to fit in the jar. Lay the jar sideways or cut your beans. And you can also preserve these by blanching them and putting them in a Ziploc baggie. So I hope that was helpful to someone. God bless. Happy gardening. Happy harvesting. And remember, grow what you eat. God bless.